Oh. Papa. Huh? Abby? Hello, guys. I can start, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Yeah, the guy, we're trying to answer somebody a question, but can you guys see? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay. What was the guy's question again? Okay. It was asking about whether, I think about ID, right?
Yes, it was about ID being one in a page.
Yes.
Then,
There is no way you can never use an ID more than one time in a page. That is one caveat. The second and more important than the first one caveat is you cannot use an ID of the same name in a HTML document more than one time. I don't know whether you understand, sir. Hello?
yes, I do.
So the first caveat, one ID in a page, just like one man, one wife. The second one is you cannot use ID of the same name more than once in the entire HTML document.
Understood.
All right. So any question? Because there is a first guy that asked question. I have not done his own. His own, if I understand him perfectly, he was lost. So I need to start from the beginning for him to understand. And this, with your permission, you don't have to take offense because he needs to understand too. He has the right to understand. If I understand him perfectly, he said he didn't get anything, and I will not be happy if he did not understand. So I just have to go through it again. So for as far as we know, we expect you to at least know the segregation, the segment of HTML parent. Ma?
That you should know if the guy is back online.
Okay, yes. Are you, hello? Let me check.
Exactly what I wanted saying. It's not online yet.
The guy is not here. Hi. Wow. Guy is not here.
So we can proceed, sir.
Okay, and every other person here, what do you understand? What do you not understand? Please. What do you understand? What do you not understand? Because this is tied to you answering that or doing that exercise. That exercise is key. And what is even here is bigger than what is there. But just that you need to understand the question to be able to answer it there.
So I want to know, can you use an identifier, that's an ID or class, on one element? Because when you're giving an example, I think you did that on that section. You gave an ID and a class on the section.
Yes,
So
exactly. Well, like ID has a restriction to be used once in a page, and ID of the same name to be used once in the entire HTML document. Class has no that restriction, right? Class can be used together with ID because, for example, if you have a page could contain several elements in it. And the rule number one for class is, for as far as element exists, class can go with it. And why this? Because I want a special treatment. And the person that can get it done for me, just give me a class name and take me to the CSS and reference the property there with the value. Do you understand? So as you have seen div, H1, another div, they can all have different class name. But if by any chance you give them one class name, that is the same class name in all of them, there's no penalty, but the penalty is that for whatever property you assign with a value is going to be universal. For example, I give it a background color, and using this Tesax class name to reference a background color is going to fire down all for as far as this session side is concerned, except for one exception is when I bypass that background color using the ID, because the ID, it is a primary identifier. So which comes first? It's just like you saying that I did not do primary and secondary school, but I own a degree. They're going to ask you a lot of questions. So primary comes before the tertiary. So in here, the primary ID is like a default identifier. Please mute. Who is that? Oh, okay, Liberty. Yeah, please. So, did I answer your question already?
yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question, please? There is no right or wrong question, right or wrong answer. We are all learning here. Should be bold to ask, because if you are doing it like a dog race, it is a program that will pass through you. You will not pass through the program. And such exercise is not acceptable by the World Bank, who has mandated us to do this. So, hello, guys. Or we should move on, because you like to move on. We should move on. Permission to move on.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
a little bit about the video and the audio session. So when you declare this audio without this control, the audio will appear, but there will be no control for you, like pause, play, all of those stuff. They're not going to be there, or reduce volume and all. They're not going to be there. When you declare a parent's audio like this, you can put multiple audios inside them. So like, for example, you can put multiple like this, right? You can put them, several of them, right? And you can use CSS and JavaScript, to align them to play in a descending or ascending order, in the order that you want. You can as well do that. Somebody left a chat. Let me go see. Please, I have written the code. Where do I run it? Where did you write the code? Or here? Where did you write the code? Is it on Sublime? Is it on Visual Studio? Is it on PyCharm? I need to know where you're. Ma?
On Sublime, I just downloaded Sublime.
Okay, you've written the code, you've saved it. All is looking like this, right? Hello? Hello?
Yes, but it's the previous one I wrote to the one on the group. Yes, like
Yes,
this.
fine. Then when you are in there, just right click inside it, then view on view, open in a browser. When you click that open in a browser, it will fire you to the browser of your default. And then you will see what you've written, Koro, not made in Taiwan. If it is perfect, like if the code does not have any problem. Do you understand that? Hello?
Yes, I do, but it's I right clicked, but it's not showing me the view.
Did you save your code?
Save. Oh no, let me see.
You can share. Just share. Just share.
I'm not on my I'm using a phone for the class and then the system for Sublime. So I can't show.
What is it saying? When you right click, you cannot see. Is that what you are saying? Just snap,
yes.
Just snap and put on the group chat. Let's see what you see. What you've written, snap it. You cannot snap, like screenshot it and put it on the group chat, because it's not possible. There must be one small error there.
Okay, I didn't save at first, so I saved it. Now you say open in browser and it's opening.
And then you're going to see.
Yeah.
Hello?
Says.
I cannot hear you. Can anybody hear her?
Yeah, she said she has succeeded after saving. It displayed open in browser, so thank you.
All right. Good. Let's move on. That is a good try. It's learning by doing, no two ways about it. There is no any other magic. There's no any other magic. I was explaining something, right? I think it has to do with this audio thing. So you can have series of the audios in this parent declaration, can cue them in, same also with the video. And you can as well, it must not be width of 320 to 280. If you want a bigger screen, you have to define it here. And you may want to check online the sizes of screen that are available out there. There are several resolutions, so which you can, try to checkmate to see. So that is it. And if there is no any other question, we'll go back to our slides, because this is like rounding up the HTML. Well, as far as the bit of fundamental is concerned, the rest of the thing now is learning on the job. As you are doing projects, then you'll be seeing, this, and plus the time that I push some of the documents for you to read through, then you begin to see advanced form of it and all. And this is the very fundamental of it. All you're seeing is going to be element attributes, element attributes, element attributes, maybe forms, yeah. Maybe we'll try to do forms, how to create tables, all of that stuff, like TR, like TL, TH, all those stuff, like table head, table row, table column, which is a walk in the park. All right, moving on. If there is no question, we're moving on to our, this is our slides. No way. No slides here. Moving on to our slides. So, at least we passed this level. So we know what HTML is. At least you people are reading, you take your time to check the slides that I sent via my program manager. We've done all of this. The lady that joined today with these slides, it should be fine. It's this one you have to, okay, no, this one we've done it. Yeah, we did this strong and a span. We did span already, right, guys? Hello? Is anybody here?
We didn't do span.
You sure? I think we did something like that yesterday, but it's okay. So let's go include it. But we did EM and strong.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me stop this and then share the other thing and include a span there. Let me show you what a span looks like. Can you see this code? Span here. So you want to span this. It's an object itself. So now you can call on this span in the CSS, and it will just affect, the effect will be on this JavaScript only, this one. There is something I was telling you that day. I don't know if you hear me. For those of you that read newspaper a lot, let me say the Punch newspaper. I'll show you what this span looks like. They didn't do this today. They used to do this. I've seen it here a lot. Yeah, all right. Can't see it, but that is okay. So, for example, you might have seen on on newspaper, they are going to say, like for example, they say the village head, right? Village head, this so thing. And you see that this hold on. Please mute. And you see that the T has a very bigger font. Only the T, not THEO. Only the T has a very big font, like it's covering down and up, right? And you see just the H and the E very tiny, and even the T is carrying another color, and like that. I don't know if you have come across this. That kind of thing, was a span that they use, because the newspaper agency, they don't design it, they program their text and their video, or whatever is on the newspaper. Because when you program 4 pages, it become 1 page. Like 4 pages in the Word document is 1 page here when you program it with the accurate font. So this is what a span looks like. So span is an object itself, just like LA, OL, div. But then you can still give this span a class. You want to give it a class. In case you have a lot of span in the HTML document and you wouldn't want a conflict in it, then in that regards, you just have to give it a class, right? Claire? Hello. This my people, they are not talking today. What's up? What's going on? Are you guys okay? Mine not flowing well?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. If I say clear, you say clear then, so that we'll move on. Okay. Back to our slides. I was trying to check with you if what we have covered. And you should be marking me from the course outline we submitted earlier. Not that I'll just be saying everything and then you just be saying yes, yes. You have to be marking me if truly we are going accordingly. Okay. We give this example, yeah, where this is how to give a strong. The same way you put this strong, you can put a span like that. Give a span class. If spans are multiples, you can give it a class. Somebody put there, say, the network from my end is very bad. Yeah, we noticed that. Sorry about that. Not only you, a lot of people. Yeah. Then we talk about void tag. You've seen that. You've seen that in the image. It's also like an attribute tags. Right? Impute will be more useful when during the time that we'll be teaching JavaScript. Then impute will be will become very handy. We did these attributes already. Attributes of image. Yeah. And we talk of grouping. That is the division where I use desk in your office where you divide it. That is the div. Div is division, right? You divide it to give it elements with equal characters or properties, right? And we just finished talking about classes, right? And this is how to give a class. We did that, we just finished talking about IDs. These things, they are not too much thing. You have known them, If you are expecting much from HTML, you're going to be disappointed. It's just like a skeleton. If you are there when they are laying foundation of house, you feel like, what are they doing? But what they are doing is they want to make sure that this house does not collapse after roofing and all. So this is where the whole iron, instead of you using iron 10, you have to use iron 12 or iron 16 or even iron 28 because you wouldn't want the building to collapse. You understand? So if at all you are going through the slides, you will see some stuff yourself.
Yes, hello, sir. I want to ask something.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Just like the attribute for ID that you said, the name cannot be repeated.
Mm.
How about for class?
Yes, somebody asked, probably you were having, excuse me.
Yes, maybe my next.
Yes,
Yes, maybe my
exactly.
next.
Because this is a repetition of question. Somebody asked that question. The class does not have any condition that tie it to that corner. So for as far as element exists, class can be assigned to it because elements, they are jealous objects. They always want these very unique properties to be given to them. So, and the only way they can, benefit that property is when class is being assigned. So you can assign as any number you want to in the entire HTML document for as far as element exists. But class must be given to an element. You cannot just because you know how to name a class, then you say class name, class name, class name. That would be like you just finished smoking Igbo. So this is what I'm. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, the point I was actually asking for is, okay, like you say ID. If you give ID now, an ID name, book, that ID name has to be one in a page. That book. Now,
yeah, not just one in a page, sir. That Boko, the name Boko,
cannot repeat itself.
the name Boko, for as far as ID is concerned, can never come up again in the entire HTML.
Okay, but for class, if I name a class Boku, it can come up again multiple times.
You can still name every of the element class name Boko, Boko,
Okay.
Boko. But, sir, the penalty is that for any properties you give to the name Boko, you are going to see the properties very, very universal to where Boko exists. I don't know what.
Okay.
So if you say color black to the first Boko, the second Boko too is Boko now.
Boko black.
Yeah, exactly, sir. This is it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it now.
Okay, sir. Question, please. You ask question, it's only when you ask question that you understand. Like, let me give you a short story of a coursemate of mine. His name is Said. He's from Palestine, German. Getting into the university, throughout the 5 years that I spent there, knowing that guy, there is nothing a teacher or a lecturer or anybody who asks the guy will say he will know. And his English is this Arabic English. If you ask him, what do you know? He say, Madam, Prof, whatever you call yourself, I know, I come. I know I don't come. You tell me. That is why I pay. Tell me. So the interpretation is that if he knows, he wouldn't have been there. You know, he did not know, that is why he come. And now that he's here, he has paid, and you are the prof. So tell him. Why I'm saying this is ask question. Please ask. Don't be like someone who does not know, but you say you know, or you want to ask, and one of your mind is telling you, if I ask, there will be, don't, that high school mind, no mindset, please. Ask questions. If you cannot talk, post it, because you need to know. I don't want to use the word must. You need to know. It's only when you know this thing that World Bank will recognize me. Please. You're not just here for fun. So thanks to Okesin, and for those who have been asking questions, I love to answer questions.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please, I want to know about. I don't know how to use phone to do this thing. I've been trying to use my phone to do it, but I don't get it right.
Yeah, actually, like, were you the one I told you yesterday that you can go to CodePen and write?
Yes, sir, I'm the one, sir.
Yeah, but ordinarily, this thing is It's not a thing of mobile. It's not like a video that you're watching, you know? There are some advanced inbuilt functionalities in a computer, like laptop and desktop, that's never found in a mobile phone. Do you understand this? So, to be honest with you,
Yes,
for
sir.
you to really enjoy and to enjoy the flexibility of the class, you need to do it on computer. Is it that you don't have a computer? Is it that you are not close to it, or is still in the background, like, you know, coming up? That is very understandable. You know, why I told you that, I thought you were on transit, and then you want to keep yourself busy, you know, checking on all of that stuff. Another person asked a question. When you create a class, it's a template created which affects the photo when the photo code is applied. Like maybe imagine width and height. I'm trying to understand this, so Mr. Emmanuel, what does it mean? Please, can you speak? Hello, sir. The template. Oh, okay. Okay, Nalegu, yes. What I did is, before you do all of that, for you to see the predictive functions of me hitting tab, for you to see that when you create a file, first of all, save it before you start writing code, then you will see that. This is for Inaligo. But for Emmanuel, I'm trying to understand, sir. Can you speak? If you are here, sir.
What I'm trying to ask is,
Yes.
for the code, when you apply the class code and then say picture group,
Yes.
I'm wondering if the class like apply the certain template on the photos, like maybe when you apply class.
Is it that his internet he left? Okay. Does anybody understand what he's saying?
I think what he's asking is, a class, is it like a template that if you apply the class to a picture group, will everything affect the whole pictures in that group? If I understand better, I think whether maybe that's.
Oh wow, yeah, because if it is what he's saying for us, like, this is similar to the question you ask. If the class name is the same all over, whatever property and value, like what we mean property, you say font size is a property, value maybe like 16 pixel, you understand, is going to, and if that thing is a text, and it is only when it is a text that you can, you know, assign such properties to, right? So if it is like that, it will affect every class name that has that name. Every class that has that name, it will affect it. You will see the effect all over. Do you understand?
Okay.
So, Emmanuel.
So that means anytime you use the class, sir.
Yes, I'm listening. God, his internet is very, very.
So that means once there's a preset template, anytime you apply the class code, like the picture group, the pictures that follow the code will be in a certain format, a certain size, and
yes. I understand you now. Okay, yes, of course. For whatever property that you assign in.
I don't know if you could hear me.
I can hear you. I understand you now. Let me answer
Hello?
you. I understand you now. Let me answer you. Hello. Hello, Emmanuel. Okay, if you can hear me, for whatever property that you assign to a class, you are going to see the effect on the.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
for whatever property you assign to a class of an object, you are going to see the effect on the object.
Okay.
Mean it object of element, object of attribute, object of locals.
Okay.
Yes, you're going to see it happen. Why we don't want to dwell on this too much,
Okay.
and I just want you to know how to write a class and ID, how to write it and when to write it, is because when we get to CSS, that is where you're going to know about property and values, right? How to reference, how to assign properties and values to a class name or ID name. Then the whole thing just come out. Clear? Any other person?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. So we talk.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
When that code you were running, I noticed something.
Okay.
When you run the code, the last code we were working on, when you run the code, the picture, the audio control, and the video, they were all on the same line.
Yes.
So I want to ask, I actually put a paragraph
in between.
Yes, in between, and it took them to the next line. I don't know if that code is correct. If it's correct.
It is very correct. See, positioning, color, sizes. I mean, let me put it this way. Transition, measurement, positioning, attribute of colors or properties of colors. All of these, they are CSS. Anything that you could think of styling, style. If you want to know the definition of styling, just use Oxford Dictionary. Then you know what I'm talking about. That is everything that styling, that styling means. That is what CSS means. Because it's cascading style sheet. It will cascade to, somersault the style and then put it in a sheet and fire. So all what we are saying now, we are done with CSS. So that is what you guys are doing now. And that is a very good news for me, because we are now interpreting what is going to happen in the CSS. But I need you to see this ID and class as a perimeter of a block set that will let you, do plastering, do ceiling, do POP, do tiling and all. If you are into building, and if that does not make any sense for you, right? See this as a tool that you will use to measure a particular plot of land. You're going to see them. IDs and class, that is all what is going to be required. In as much as the HTML that comes with the tag element, this tag element, they are object already built in the CSS documentation. I'm not talking about them, like the H1 all the way to H6, the paragraph, the div, the session. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about whatever, the one that you be creating yourself. When you say ID, you're going to create ID name. When you say a class, you're going to create a class name. These are all yours, right? Because these are customizable names that you're going to be given. Those are the part that we are talking about, right? So naming, we talk about naming. You cannot just name the class anyhow or the ID anyhow. There are a very special way to name them. Most of the time, if you have a double number, like 2 words, the best thing to do, you join them by dash or underscore. Don't separate them. Don't use space bar on naming a file, on naming a folder, on naming a class name, or on naming an ID, right? Don't use a space bar.